No. Oh, can you?
Technical is under control now. Yep, we're up and running. Welcome, Joe, to the show, and we're underway here at CB Smith Reserve.
We are, and the little gremlins have been at it again for technological mishaps.
They have. There's a definite foul there against Petrov, and the Zebras will take a free kick. Couple of little chances for the Zebras in this half, Joe. Unable to capitalise early on, but signs looking good for the Zebras.
They are indeed. Nicholas Simioy making uses of himself way up forward. The full-back got in a couple of dangerous positions, and Adamotto just managed not to get his foot to the ball for the cross. Andre Genesi back in this week, Dominic.
Back in the starting lineup, yes, Joe.
Christopher Sonis has done a great job, but Andre's over his little
niggle.
Little niggle.
As Katamati wins ahead of there, but ball trickles over the sidelines for another Brunswick City throw-in. So Zebras kicking to the Landtrack Environmental Solutions end of the ground here at CB Smith Reserve for this first half. As Brunswick leap forward there, but easily dealt with by Nick Simioy. Andre Genesi sort of tries a half sort of clearance, gets the head of McMonagall-Ehouse, but Brunswick City managed to get the ball under control.
Slightly different shape for the Zebras today. Young Adamotto comes in on the left wing, number 17. Saul Halpin slots into the centre forward position, and Josh McMonagall in an unfamiliar role on the right wing. Such is the need due to the tremendous number of injuries at the moment, Dominic. Petrov finds Williams. Williams in the centre, weighing up his options, goes wide to Tremaine Sadler on the left-hand side, gives Williams another touch through the middle. Centre half passes it over. Laying deep was Turner. Turner back to Williams. Moreland happy to keep possession. Now they spring forward, nodded away by Brunswick City. The resultant throw-in will be for Moreland Zebras as Sadler picks up the ball. Brunswick remonstrating there. A little bit of by-play by Adamotto, but nothing doing, says the referee.
Can confirm we are loud and clear on the YouTube channel, Joe, today. So welcome to our listeners once again. We apologise last week. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back on track this week as Brunswick clears only as far as Sadler. Sadler plays into the middle to Cardamone. Brilliantly done by Cardamone. Goes to bring the ball in control. Does for the Zebras. Now plays through Otto. Back to Tremaine Sadler. Gets the left foot in. Looking for the run of Halpin. Can't find him. Ball cleared. Only as far as Petrov for the Zebras. Wins the header in the middle though, but only in the path of the Brunswick City player. But Mahazi there to sweep up for the Zebras. Brilliantly done. Zebras get out. Turner now. Finds McMonagall-Ehouse. Looked like he was fouled off the ball there, but referee called play on.
Play on, says the ref.
Interesting
Brunswick
call.
Seemed to be happy to absorb a little bit of pressure early and maybe rely on the break. Big Jacob Mitchak up front. Give a bit of concern. Not overly blessed with pace, but very deadly in the air, so the boys who want to be switched on today. Matei rolls it out, looking for Martin.
Martin, ex-Zebra, with the ball now. Comes out, great pressure there by Otto. Brunswick still managed to get out though. Nearly turned over there.
Turnover there.
Breathe the seat from the Zebras, Joe. The 1 and 2 players just going in there, closing, putting that pressure on.
Yeah, the press is on early. Josh Mack going to do some work here. Does enough for Petrov to scoop it. Saul Halpin, nice touchdown.
He's bumped off the ball. Dare say maybe the first yellow card of the game. No, referee said it's first tackle.
Giving him the benefit of the doubt, and big Angus Martin has clattered into the back of Saul Halpin there. About 10 metres from the edge of the box, so not really goal-scoring area, but...
Zebra's asking the question though, Joe, because they felt he was on goal then. It was a goal-scoring opportunity once he got past that defender, but referee not allowing the first foul there. Yeah. You don't mind that, Joe, if he's consistent throughout the day and sort of keeps to those sort of calls, and you won't... well,
that remains to be seen yet. Yeah. Big referee there, Yanis Zizas, pacing out the real estate now and brings him back. I was right. I'm right on the edge of the box, 10 metres away, so
there you go.
Nothing wrong with my real estate judgment.
No, definitely not. as the Zebras now ready to take this free kick, and it's Josh McMonagall House for the Zebras.
Just in front of the endless turf sign.
He's a right footer, Joe, so dare say may cross this one here in, but we'll see now.
He's got enough power behind that foot to maybe have a strike at goal. Could be a cross this one.
It is. And it comes off a Brunswick City head and out for a Zebras corner. Second one of the game for the Zebras.
Yeah, number 5 there, taking no chances. Ate Ibrahim just puts it behind. Zebras will take their second corner of the game, and Aaron Turner jogs over to assume those duties.
Yep.
We're wrestling in the box with Saul Halpin and Gus Martin. I know it's Halpin sort of held in, corralled there. Ball comes long.
Player gone down, header down now. Brunswick tries to clear, comes out wide. Ball down the line, but it's gone out for a throw in. Zebras to take the throw. Simuo with it now. Asking the ref where it is.
Brunswick seem quite content, Dominic, to just hang on here and see what the Zebras have got going forward. Maybe employ a lot of teams that we play seem to adapt that tactic early on. Just sit.
They do definitely, Jay. Yes. Helping now for the Zebras, back to the path of Simuo. Simuo turns one, can't get past the second. Williams underneath it, brings it down to Cardamone. Referee gets involved there as well with the play. It's possession to him, play on. Out wide to Tremaine Sadler. Sadler, long one over the top, looking for McMonagall House, but can't get through the Brunswick City defender. Brunswick break now. Come through, comes off Mahazi. In the middle now. Although with the ball for the Zebras, goes over the top and...
the intent was there, but Adam just got to lift his head a little bit before he actually releases that pass. This time Brunswick go long, cross ball, Sadler underneath it, nods it down.
Otto trying to get underneath it.
Well, Sadler's got caught here. Brunswick in a bit of space. Michak does well to send Bajo Yusuf on the way. The former Zebra player gets his ball across. Petrov deals with it and
clears
puts it out. Bit of danger signs there on the break for Brunswick City. Big Jakub Michak was able to spray the ball wide for Bajo Yusuf, and the former Zebras winger delivered duly into the 6-yard box and nodded away by Daniel Petrov.
Just as the throw gets taken here in front of the spectators here at CB Smith, looks like it's a healthy crowd here today, Joe, that have come in to watch this MPL2 clash.
Bit of a local flavour today, Dominic. Brunswick and Moreland Zebras. Both clubs originating out of the Brunswick area.
Brilliantly done there by Otto and Mahazi. Otto still with the ball now. Gets the ball through the middle, finds Halpin. Halpin back out wide to Otto. Brilliantly done by the Zebras. Otto, first time pass through, looking for the run of McMonagall House. He's on the end of this, but Brunswick do enough to stop the run. And they settle down there through their goalkeeper in Matai.
Youngster's got a bit of pace about him. Just needs to pace his game and make sure he doesn't spend all his tickets too early. But the right ball is going to pay dividends, one would expect, for Adam Otto today on the left side, creating a lot of space and width.
He's come into the squad today due to the suspension of Alec Goodwin, who accumulated his 5th yellow card of the season last week, so he's been given a week off by the Federation.
Probably won't do his body any harm either, having a little bit of a break before it's the business end of the season.
Definitely, Joe. Yes, the next 4 or 5 weeks for the Zebras are going to be the crucial part of the season for us. So,
knock on by Cardamone doesn't get to Saul Halpin and Brunswick clean up. Gus Martin out the centre of the fence. Looks out wide. They retain possession. Big Gusser again. Goes short this time to the skipper. They're caught in 2 minds. Does enough to get the ball back to the keeper, to Matei. Brunswick will look to relieve this time. Matei, shocking ball, and puts it out. Wouldn't have been what he planned.
Definitely not. 12 minutes gone here at CB Smith Reserve. It's a Moreland Zebras 0, Brunswick City 0. Got a few games around the grounds today, Joe, and we'll keep our listeners up to date with all of those.
No score in any of them just yet.
Currently not, no.
Sadler finds Halpin. Back to Turner. He looks inside and sees Mahazi in a bit of space. Mahazi switches it right over to Nick Simuoi. He comes inside, bit of a double-edged sword, still makes the ball. Well, Zebras having to work hard and and pay dividends, give it away again now. Portillo on the break, looking to go. A nice little ball, but be cut out by, just cut out by Sadler. Genese Or just guided underneath it. Nothing doing, says the referee.
Play on, calls the ref.
Kobe Timms there, just guiding the youngster well underneath the ball. Bit of experience there showing, Dominic.
That is definitely, Joe. As Brunswick try to come out with it, Halpin putting a little bit of pressure on, but Brunswick managed to get out. Only as far as Cardamone in the middle there. Halpin under pressure now. Still can't get it back to the Zebras.
Bit of bite through the Brunswick midfield. They're not letting us have it cheaply.
Definitely not, Joe. Definitely not.
Another switch
Over the
boy.
top.
Sadler's had work cut out today. They're pinpointing Budjo Youssef against his old side.
Oh, head clash there. McMonaghy goes down. Referee should stop this automatically. Yes, he does. Both players going for that ball. There was no malice in it, but
both players' eyes directly on the ball.
They were then, yes.
Former teammates Gus Martin and Josh McMonaghy has clash heads there. The big fella's up, Martin. Josh still on the floor. Thought it didn't look too serious, but we're at half time. We're going to have a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. When
we are definitely,
we
Joe.
Get to half time.
Yes. As we have this little bit of a break in play.
Andrew Naboo's come back to pay us a visit. Andrew, of course, had his formative junior years at Brunswick City, but also the lifeblood of Moreland Zebras before he got the gig with the Socceroos. So we'll see him, talk to him a little while later on.
Just as the break in play now, as McMonaghy's back on his feet. Both players coming off there because the medical guys came on. Both players on the sidelines just shaking hands there. Good sportsmanship there. No malicious in it, like we said, Joe. They're both going for the ball, and the type of players that they both are. They're just
good quality boys, the pair of them.
And Genezia with the throw now to Williams. Williams with the ball, switches across to Petrov. Petrov controls, looks further downfield. No, back to Williams. Williams unsure to go forward. No, looks to turn and go now. Long one over the top, looking for the runner Halpin, but can't find him there. And Brunswick City bring it back under control. Matai with the clearance. Not too far though, only as far as Turner. Turner brings it down to Halpin. Halpin tries to get over the top, but can't. Into the path of Otto.
Otto's got it on his left.
Shot taken, but easy pickings there for the Brunswick City keeper in Matai.
It can happen as easily as that, Dominic.
Can, Joe, definitely. Great build up there from the Zebras. This ball comes out now. Looking down the line. Mahazi trying to get the back ball back. Yes, he does. Wins it. Halpin with it now for the Zebras. Turns. Still with it, Halpin. Out wide now. Switches it. Goes to the middle, but Matai easily cutting that one there off.
Ball to the near post. The youngster just caught him behind, and he's struggling a bit now with a... I think his shoes come off or a calf injury. One of the two. I'm tipping it's the shoes off.
Who's that, Joe? Which
young Adam Otto.
Oh, yep.
Turner with the ball now. Looking for Otto.
Great turn there.
He dummies round. Makes his opponent look quite silly. This is a lovely ball in the box.
Halpin. Oh, just missed there. Brilliant save by Matai. Another great chance for the Zebras there. It was a great save. The initial cross came from Adam Otto.
Thought he might have done better there, Saul Halpin. As Portillo breaks on the left-hand side for Brunswick City.
Brilliantly done there. It was Simeon there for the Zebras who won the ball back. Cardamone with it now. All the way back to Genezia. Genezia controls. Out wide to Petrov and Zebras get out. Up, back through the middle there, back to Genezia. So just relieves the pressure there a little bit for the Zebras now. Genezia plays Turner. Coming in deep from midfield to receive it. Back to Genezia. Genezia now. Dare say will bring it out wide to Williams, but...
He's got to stop it from going out. He does.
Had too much time there, I think, Genezia, and just couldn't hit the pass. Still kept it in play, though. Turner now with Halpin linking up. No, Halpin with it. Takes off now. Looks out wide. Tackle came in. Referee calls play on.
Gets the benefit of the doubt from Portillo tackle.
Shot from McMonaghy. And ball's gone out for a Zebras throw-in.
Brunswick living on the edge, Dominic, and as Moreland looked to apply the screws. Saul Halpin unlucky not to score there as the ball burst through. Found himself one-on-one with the keeper, but Matei got down to the left to make a good save. Zebras piling on the pressure.
Halpin
this time he turns. Wants to go inside again, looking to lay it off to Turner. Turner goes one deep. Can he get the ball across? It's in that corner box. He does. Can he swing him? Oh, goal kick.
Calls a goal kick. It looked different from this angle, Joe, let me tell you. But Bronson was right there on the spot, and he's called a goal kick.
Yeah, the situation is that you're in that position. You're either try to get a corner or try to get the ball across. Hanging on to it is not what the doctor ordered. As the crowd fairly well builds up.
Nice crowd there today, Joe. I think there's slowly still coming in. It's good to see the two local teams here playing out of these magnificent facilities here at CB Smith Reserve in Fawkner.
Complete with summer grass.
Yes. As Carter Money wins the ball there and goes out for a Brunswick City throw-in, sorry. No easy balls out today for Brunswick City, Joe, and that's been one of the positives out of the Zebras season. Mahazi now pressuring.
Making him
still
play
pushing
Mahazi.
there. Brilliantly
All
done.
the way back, and the keeper has to push it forward. Bajo Yusuf, and gets the run of it this time.
Goes out wide now.
Adam Otto got to do some defensive duties now while the ball's not in play, and does so. They force Brunswick back. This time the ball's braced out.
Long one over the top, curling one. Petrov underneath it. Brunswick City wouldn't head it down. Tremaine Sadler for the Zebras. Mahazi flicks on. Looking for the runner Halpin. Halpin couldn't get the bounce to go over him. So it comes out wide. Otto with it now for the Zebras. Brilliantly done by Otto. Looks down the line but can't find a teammate, unfortunately. Ball turned over. Brunswick City with it now. Williams putting the pressure. Petrov. Shot taken there by number 9, I think it was.
Big Jacob,
Michak for Brunswick City. First shot of the game for them.
The big fella had a bit of time there, but wasn't able to get Petrov away from him for that shot, always going wide.
Early on here, Joe, sort of the Zebras seem to have a little bit more of the chances early on in this first half.
Well, it's clear to me 70-30 possession stands out, so it's
Definitely.
a case of Moreland Zebras need to get some result for that
consolidate
possession play. If you're watching today's game, it's brought to you by Mirabella Lighting. Hope you're enjoying the pictures at Marvellous Moreland.
Just as the sun peeps through the clouds here, Joe.
Jacobs waited there, and one of those calls that can go horribly wrong.
Definitely him and Petrov there, not
communication,
sort of on the same page a little bit there, but nothing doing for the Zebras. It wasn't.
Kobe Timms with the throw in, throws it down the line. Sadler touches
So with
the
it,
ball
Sadler.
first. Nothing doing, says the ref.
Referee, yeah, that calls a throw in there for Brunswick City.
Well, Brunswick in with a chance here.
Handball there. No, referee called play on. Clearance from Petrov doesn't come off, and it's trickled over the line for a goal kick for the Zebras.
Just living a little bit uneasy there, Zebras. As their number 17, Stefan Ristich, decided to dart forward inside and almost tripped over Petrov. They won't want to go too easy, a little bit more decisive at the back, as they have been all year, Moreland Zebras, but they'll need to be on the mark today.
Genesi now, goal kick for the Zebras.
Back after 3 weeks, Genesi, lovely drilled ball, the other side of the centre circle. Tremaine Sadler gets his head to it last, and it goes out.
City throwing.
Timms again, Kobe Timms, looking inside, buying a bit of real estate as well. A lot of real estate.
Throwing comes in.
Goes inside, Ristich. The youngster turns, sprays it out to the left, cut out by Simioy. As Moreland look to put Brunswick under the back foot again by moving up. Gus Martin goes long. Ristich makes it in tides. Turns Simioy one way, then the other. Gets a ball across. Petrov.
Hard ball to deal with, but
managed
to get it under control and clears. City now still pushing.
Portillo.
Still with it, City.
Almost like Brunswick has decided that they're going to put some passes together and go forward. Now Moreland on the back foot for the last couple of minutes.
As they play the goalkeeper in Matai. Long kick down wide now.
To Timms.
For the run through.
Well handled by the big man. 2
Zebras sucked in then, unfortunately. Got past him. Williams. Long one over the top, looking for the runner helping, but runs out of ground and goes over for another Brunswick throw-in.
Yeah, we won't want to take them lightly, Brunswick. They look like the last couple of minutes they just worked themselves into the game after about 15 minutes.
Yep, that's the second time that he's done that. He's wasting time, he's asked him.
Oh, so be it.
Yep.
As Yanis Zizis says, I'm in charge here, you do as you're told. Which is fair enough. And we go again, Timms. Looking, nothing on offer, raises his hands again. Still not going. Goes short this time to the skipper. Will hoiks it up. They manage to get out of it, Brunswick, or do they?
Nope, and as far as McMonagally Huss, Otto comes in, puts the pressure on. Brunswick still with possession. Comes through and brilliantly done by Petrov. Puts his body in the line, wins the ball back for the Zebras. It's still cut off by Brunswick City.
Just getting a bit of confidence here, Brunswick, playing the triangles quite well. Moreland just sitting off just that fraction. Mahazi this time goes to make him play. Josh Mack runs into a wall here. No free kick. Williams has to hoik it away. Doesn't use Genese, which was probably the best option.
Throwing taken there.
Just a shift in momentum, Dominic. I can just sense a little bit Moreland just off the pace, not forcing the issue as much in Brunswick.
They are a little bit now. They got off to a good start, had a few chances, but Brunswick sort of getting back into the possession game side of things now. Able to string a few passes together.
Ooh. Here's the throw in for Brunswick, it seems. Portillo it was. Is this a free kick? Looks like a free kick.
No, throw in.
No,
oh no, it's a free kick. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Gus Martin going over to take it, so...
So now with the free kick, 25 minutes gone here at CB Smith. It's Moreland Zebras 0, Brunswick City 0. Martin with the free kick, high lopping one outside the 18-yard box, but Zebras dealt with. Turner now under control. Looking for his options forward. Can't get past. Oh, it does to Sadler now eventually. Brilliantly done by Sadler. Turns into the middle, finds Mahazi. Mahazi out wide now to McMonagally House. McMonagally House with the ball. Looking for his options forward. City closing down. Simioi with it now. First time pass, Mahazi can't connect.
Sells him short.
Turnover.
Sells him short. Simioi now has to do a bit of backtracking. Well, Brunswick got 2-on-1 here, so 3-on-3. Portillo shapes up. Just sprays it wide.
Just some live scores around the ground, Joe, as we go. It's 26 minutes gone. Eastern Line 0. Dandenong City 1. 30 minutes gone. Moreland City 1. Langwarrin 0. And Murray United, 25 minutes gone, 1 at Nunawading City 0, and 12 minutes gone, Box Hill 0, Goulburn Valley Suns 0. Actually, that's a second goal there for Moreland City. They've actually taken a 2-0 lead, 30 minutes gone there. Moreland City 2, Langwarrin 0.
Now that's in the sandbox at on Moreland Road.
Yes, so it is, Joe.
Eastern Lions won't want to play too long in there.
Long one over the top now. Trying to find a pass there, Turner for Zebras play up forward, but Brunswick City there now. Under control now, Martin with it.
Just a little bit of confidence gaining by Brunswick. Mauling and allowing to play. That quick presses. Gus almost gets caught there by Horpin, but this time plays Matei in. Comes out to the skipper. No, it's Ibrahim, correction. Looks upfield.
Look for the run forward.
Big Yacob flicks it on, looking for Badjo Youssef.
Brilliantly done there by Tremaine Sadler for the Zebras. I'll get underneath this one here now, Sadler. You just see it out, and it goes out for a throw-in. Sadler takes a throw, looking for Halpin. Halpin, who's got player all around him there. Player holding him, the referee calls nothing, and ball gets cleared by Martin there for Brunswick City for another Zebras throw.
Takes no chances. Gus Martin puts it over as Cardamone was hot on his heels.
Just as we're speaking, Joe, we had another goal around the grounds. It's Murray United 1, Nunawading 1. 26 minutes gone, so Nunawading equalising there. 26th minute.
Important game that for the other end of the table. Nunawading looking to stay up and Murray United looking to make sure that they stay where they are.
Throwing comes in. Halpin in the box. Goes to square it to turn, but can't get past the Brunswick City defender. Ball gets cleared now. Zebras underneath it. Williams gets it over the top. Looking for Halpin, who brings it down with the chest. Back over the top from Cardamone, I think it was, yes, but no Zebras player, but to get to the end of that, and Matei takes an easy take today. Here you go, the City turn, goes to the long clearance now, up in the air. Petrov underneath it, wins the header against two Brunswick City players, finds the runner Cardamone, who wins in the middle of the park. Cardamone goes out wide to Otto, but he wasn't expecting it. Ball turned over. No, won it back though, Otto, brilliantly done. Still no with it. Brunswick City get out.
This time we get caught out. Caught out. Brunswick on the fly, looking to go. It goes inside this time. Lovely little ball.
Flick there. Simuo with the clearance. Comes off a Brunswick City player and it's only as far as the middle now. City's still in possession. They're pressing these last few minutes.
Big Meat Shack making the uses himself with a clever flick and now holds onto the ball. Looks for Badjo wide. He comes back inside. Brunswick, bit of confidence now. Out to Ristich on the right-hand side. Looks to shape up. Get a call into the 6-yard box. Oh, a lovely flick-on header there by Big Jakub Michak and
go down as another chance for them. So it's a couple of chances now that Brunswick City have had on goal.
Rashid Mahazi not happy with some defending there and just letting the boys know what we're about.
Clearance over the top from Genese, but only finds the head of Angus Martin.
Just a little bit of rattle, cage rattling here from Brunswick Brunswick City. Halpin being held on to. We can't get a clean possession going forward. Through the middle again, Turner. This time, no.
Can't get over the top. Comes off a Brunswick City head. Goes out for another throw in. Zebras throw. Airport side of the ground in front of the Brunswick technical area. Simuo to take. Throw comes in. Finds Halpin who brings it down the ground. Brilliantly done. Then tries to link up with Cardamone. Can't find him though. City win the ball back.
Bit of time and space for Brunswick to play. Will suit them down to the ground. Under no pressure, or there could be now, but no. Ibrahim goes forward. Sadler not allowing Badjo to turn, so the ricochet still goes Brunswick's favour. Ends up with Gus Martin. He goes back to Matei. Matei's going to kick it out.
Does clearances. And as far as Sadler tries to get it down to Otto, can't get it under control though. Still a little bit sloppy there from both teams, I'm thinking here. Ball comes out. Williams gets a flick down at Mahazi, who headers it back down to Williams. Williams headers it down into the path of Turner, but can't find him either. Halpin comes out, studs up there, and the referee's called a free kick against.
I didn't actually see that. It was behind the pole, the 8% that's played behind that pole.
He just went in with a challenge there with the boot raised, and referee called the free kick.
Young Adam Otto looks like he's been in a ball game already. The socks are halfway down, usually a sign that fatigue is set in. That's the difference between playing 20s football and senior football. The pace of the game is just that bit more.
It is a little bit quicker, Joe, definitely.
And the youngster going to get a lot of mileage out of this.
Martin now. Brunswick trying to build with the long pass there. Oh. Bit of a hush over the crowd here as what expectations are for Moreland to capitalise. Brunswick giving as good as they get in the last 10 minutes or so. Sadler now to Williams. Williams now, Petrov breaks. Gives the option, ignores it. Williams still with it. Now to Petrov. Petrov with it still in possession, back to Williams. Williams with possession, back to Petrov. Just trying to build the passes together now. Zebras and make their way out. Petrov turns, he's cut off there, no options through, back to Williams. Williams now takes a couple of touches forward. Looks to the run of Otto, but it's cut off there by a Brunswick City player. We've caught one short now. We're caught one short and the ball goes through. There's a chance for Ristich. Ristich, it's in, and he scores it. Ristich, another mistake from the Zebras there. And Brunswick City take a 1-0 lead here at CB Smith Reserve. There's a chance for Ristich. Ristich, it's in, and he scores it. Ristich, another mistake from the Zebras there. Brunswick City, goal scorer number 17, Stefan Ristich. 32 minutes gone here. It's Moreland Zebras 0, Brunswick City 1. Another goal, Brunswick City, goal scorer number 17, Stefan Ristich. City takes a 1-0 lead here at CB Smith Reserve after 32 minutes. Another error there from the Zebras. We got caught out when we tried to go forward there, and numbers back, quick through ball through, and set them up for the 1-0 lead. Yeah.
Young Adamotto wasn't ready for that ball, subsequently turned it over, and Williams was already committed to going forward.
Williams over the top looking for the run of Otto there, but ball's gone out for another Brunswick City throw.
Similar diagram.
Similar
diagram.
Similar to last week, Joe, when we had we had all the possession in that first 10 minutes and started like a 1-0 deficit. There's a free kick there for the Zebras. Handball against a Brunswick City player in Ristich.
The skipper there, George McKaylee, was just wanting to hang on to that ball a little bit longer than necessary.
Turner with the free kick for the Zebras now.
Ibrahim gets called back to the 10-metre mark. Look, uncharacteristically, again, against the run of play, plenty of possession for the Zebras, and they'll be keen to get back onto the scoreboard themselves now, just to right the wrongs.
Free kick taken, Turner looking for the back post. Matai, the keeper, easy takes that one. Quick clearance out from him. Sends it into the path of Tiller, but Simuoi gets a boot on and just hikes it well over the fence and out for a Brunswick City throw-in. Brunswick City still with possession. Ball goes out, another throw-in for them. Slowing down the time, not rushing it too much now that they've taken the lead. Ball gets brought down and as far as Simuoi for the Zebras. Simuoi goes to clear it, can't do so. Still won there by the Brunswick City players. Simuoi comes back in, wins it back for the Zebras. Brilliantly done. Katamoti gets involved. Simuoi runs out of ground though, and it goes out for another Brunswick City throw in front of the Zebras technical area.
Yeah, Brunswick pretty proud of themselves having converted there. They've seen off our best 15 minutes, and we didn't convert, so it was a case of them capitalising on the one slip up.
As Petrov gives away a free kick there. He was going for the header. There was sort of no malicious in it. I don't think he just headed the player instead of the ball.
If you're watching today's broadcast and listening, today's game brought to you by Essendon Jeep.
Free kick now, Sim. Does. So
Brunswick with
and managed to slot it home.
can't afford to make those mistakes, Dominic, at the back. It's Moreland now all the work to do. Simuoi goes inside, bit of space. McMonigal, he can turn around. Decides not to, gets caught. Zebras win it back through Turner. Ooh, unceremoniously down is Simuoi.
And it's a free kick there, I think, for the Zebras. Yep, Simuoi wins the free kick. The linesman signalling that before the ball went out of play.
Portillo doing a lot of work on the left-hand side, whether it's backwards or forwards. Not playing in his customary number 10 role, but doing a lot of work for Brunswick City. And they'll be happy with the output.
Just over 39 minutes played here at CB Smith Reserve. It's a Moreland Zebras 0, Brunswick City 1.
Turner stands over it. Looks to deliver. Some sun in the eyes of some of the attackers and defenders.
Ball
Good
gets
looking
delivered.
ball. Matei has to fist it away and does so. No challenge on him though. Budjo Youssef hoiks it away.
Just in the space of Sadler. Sadler with it now for the Zebras.
Looks to play Genesi and does. Genesi's going to roll it out to Simuoi and he does so. Fullback's able to turn around. Looks for Turner out wide. Zebras begin proceedings again. This time a little bit more direct. Mahazi makes some space on the right hand side. Gus Martin just knocks it away. So the big fella taking no chances at the back for Brunswick. This will be a long throw from Josh Mack. No, he leaves it for Simon, and Josh Mack will make his way into the box.
That's for Nick Simioy. Correction there, Joe?
Oh yes, Nick
Simon.
Simioy.
Nick's older brother.
Of course, Simon, former championship winning player in 2011 for Moreland Zebras, Simon Simioy.
Hello, if he's watching out there today.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. He's a keen black and white supporter, Simon, as is indeed the whole Simioy family.
As Nicky here comes back and takes another throw in for the Zebras.
The dual middle battle medalist.
Yep.
Brunswick just looking to see out the half-time scenario at this stage, I suspect, by the looks of how they're playing the ball. Throw in by Josh Mack. Gus Martin heads it away but doesn't. Brunswick managed to clear it. Sadler collects, goes all the way back to Williams. Williams again goes on the Ross. Great run by Josh Mack.
Josh Mack just clears it over the bar though. Brilliant run them from Josh Mack and Williams. Fantastic ball through.
Sadler collects, goes all the way back much more than to Williams. Josh Mack's chested Williams again, goes on the Ross. Great run by Josh Mack. Would certainly hit
Josh Mack just clears it over the bar.
Not to be today. And Moreland's going to be ruining those 3 gilt-edged chances to get something on the board.
Definitely, Joe, definitely.
It's in no hurry as we inch forward towards half-time. Rolls it out to Gus Martin. Big man. Doesn't like it on his left. Comes to his natural right. Looks for Portillo. They scramble it out somehow. Big Jacob traps the ball. Loses it out. Sadler.
Brilliantly done by Otto.
Tried to turn him, but the dummy blind
again, nearly got through again.
Sadler. This time. Brunswick hoiked the ball away. Moreland Zebras be quite keen, Dominic, to get back on level peggings at the halfway mark.
Definitely, Joe. Be nice to get a goal back before half time for the Zebras. Sadler now takes a throw in, looks for the options, finds
Halpin. He runs into trouble. Petrov looks for Otto on the left. He's got some space there. Just run out of puff, I'd say, the youngster at the moment, looking forward to that half-time break.
Throw in deep in the attacking half here for the Zebras.
Although he does have his socks up again now, Dominic.
He does,
so
Joe, yes, yeah. Must have heard you from up here, Joe.
Indeed.
So Sadler with the throw now. Goes.
Looking for Cardamone. Doesn't get his head to it. And Brunswick scramble it for the throw in again.
Looked like it crossed over the line there, but no call by the linesman. Ball comes in. Otto with it now. Brilliant turn by Otto. Gets a cross in, comes off a Brunswick City player and goes out for another corner for the Zebras. Third one of the game for the Zebras now.
A little bit of pressure on Brunswick now.
So we've got another corner for the Zebras. Turner goes across to take it. Turner looking for his options forward.
Both hands raised, could go to the far post.
Players streaming in. Halpin goes down unceremoniously in that box, but no call by the referee. Mahazi tries to win it back for the Zebras, can't, and ball gets cleared by Brunswick City. It goes out for another Zebras throw-in.
44-minute mark, so not a lot of time left for Moreland. Referee Zizis looking at his watch. Otto, can we do something?
Ball goes out. Zebras throw-in.
Zebras throw. Throws it in quickly, knowing the expertise of the time. Cardamone tries to make something out of nothing.
Still got it, Cardamone.
A bit of battle in the corner there, and the flag. Brunswick keen to hold out.
And it goes out for a throw-in for Brunswick City.
Yeah, and get the throw. Just chewing up those valuable seconds before half-time. Moreland Zebras will go into the break with a lot of work to do if they're to take this one out. Or Lang Warren, 2 red cards against Moreland City on the other side.
Hiked up in the air, helping underneath
Hands over the shoulders, nothing doing, says the ref. It scrambles, helping. Otto.
Ball goes out, Zebras throw-in.
Just find that Adam's got to play the ball that he's facing there rather than try to turn all the time. May have still that possession. We get the throw in anyway. Sadler. Or comes it, spills over. Otto this time goes far too much. Right hand. He's right-sided player, sorry. Sorry, he's a left-sided player going on to right side. So always overcooked that one.
So we get some updates around the ground. So as we mentioned, Moreland City 2, Langwarren 0, Moreland Zebras 0, Brunswick City 1, Eastern Line 0, Dandenong City 1, and Murray United 2, Nunawading 1. So they've taken a lead there, Murray United, in that game.
At the other end of the table. It's a Freudian slip of the tongue, quite easily made, Brunswick, as Brunswick Juventus FC Inc. that we are at playing as Moreland Zebras, but it's an easy slip up when you're playing Brunswick City.
It is, Joe, definitely. As Brunswick City now take another throw in there, airport side of the ground.
It's been a few little minutes wasted because we've gone over the 45-minute mark. Ooh, Petrov makes the wrong decision here. Nothing doing, says the referee, as Simioi cleans up.
Goes out for a Zebras throw in, no, board cross the line.
I didn't quite catch how many more minutes. But there's got to be a couple of minutes. Referees mic'd up again today. Not always a good thing. Brunswick. Genese has to come out of his box. Going to take no chances. Lets it roll in and picks it up.
Rolls it out now, Genese. Long one over the top, looking for the runner helping. McMonaghy House gets underneath it, can't win it though, the Zebras. Ball gets cleared, comes off a Moreland Zebras player though. No, still kept in play. Simeon now links up with Turner, back into the middle to Williams. Williams with the ball out wide to Sadler.
Can we
Sadler
get
now
some
with
last
it.
hurrah here, Dominic?
Finds Otto now out wide, gets into some space. First time cross and it goes out for another Zebras corner.
Should be the last hurrah here as the referee looks at his watch and pricks some sort of button, so it could be the time up and this will be the last resulting thrust of the first half.
Fifth corner of the game for the Zebras. Turner there to take it. Is it Turner?
Yeah, Aaron Turner.
As the referee blows his half-time whistle here at CB Smith Reserve. It's the Moreland Zebras 0, Brunswick City 1. We'll have a short break and then we'll be back with our special guest, current Socceroo Andrew Naboo, will be on the show. We'll be back right after this break.
And we're back live at CB Smith Reserve for today's NPL2 clash between Moreland Zebras and Brunswick City. The scoreline at the moment, Brunswick City, courtesy of a Ristich goal on 35 minutes, lead 1-0. Moreland with plenty of work to do. Oddly enough, we've got a boy with us today, a six-time Socceroo cap, Andrew Naboot, the number 11 for the Socceroos. Andrew, you played both junior football at Brunswick City and senior football at Moreland Zebras. You picked the right opportunity to come and say hello. Welcome.
Yeah, it was a perfect game for me to come and watch. Both my old teams playing against each other, so you know I'm kind of hoping it's a draw at the end of it.
Yes, well said, an impartial statement from Andrew Naboot there. Andrew, congratulations on a great debut season, shall we say, for the Socceroos, and we think the future's all yours to be had. So we wish you all the best for that.
Thank you.
How was the experience in Russia?
It was amazing. Everything I dreamed of, really. Other than walking out with one shoulder, it was a very good experience. So yeah, look, I couldn't ask for anything more. These
are the trials and tribulations of hectic football, and the quality's got to be there, the fitness has got to be there, and everything's got to go your way. You're playing against elite athletes, so it's things that occur in the football game, as we all know.
Exactly. That's why we chose this profession.
We did, but as long as we enjoy the game, we're up and at it all the time.
That's it.
Andrew, did you ever think that was this your lifelong ambition, Socceroo capped?
Definitely. Not only to be a Socceroo cap, but just to play at a World Cup was something I dreamed of for my whole life. So it's something I worked towards for years. So to finally tick that off the list was very relieving. It was an honour, and the next goal is to score and progress further through the World Cup.
Excellent. You're known at our club specifically as being one of the most the hardest workers on match day, and indeed in preparation wise. So that's obviously stood you in good stead. The level of fitness required for the next level up is obviously a step ahead again.
Yeah, of course. I mean, even just moving to Japan was a huge wake up call. They're very nippy. They're very fit, and they'll work all day.
How are the Red Diamonds at the moment? Are they off season?
No. We started the league again the other day. They stopped for the World Cup, so we had our first game on Wednesday night and we won, which was good. So that pushes us up to about mid-table. So I'm hoping we keep that steady, and then when I come back, I'll do my best to try and get us further.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Are you one of the many foreigners that they have playing in the league, or is there a select number? No,
there's a fair few foreigners, and there's a fair few big names that have gone there now. The latest one was Fernando Torres that just moved to Japan. So it's a good league to be in at the moment.
Big game. They've got a 100-year plan themselves, the Japanese, to succeed in lifting the World Cup. So their game's gone from strength to strength. I thought we had their measure at the Asian Cup, but obviously a couple of years is a long time in international football, and they've done really well to get to the last 16.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they played really well throughout the group stage, and they pulled off some shock results, and just the way they carried themselves throughout the whole tournament was amazing, and that's what they are. That's what they're like as people in Japan. So it was good to see, and I'm happy for them.
Yeah, excellent, Andrew. You're a Moreland born and bred.
Correct.
Living there in the street, not Preston Street. Is it Preston Street?
Off Preston Street. Yeah, Bellevue.
Bellevue, that's correct.
Yeah.
So all the youngsters listening, Andrew Naboot, born and bred in Moreland, and the achievement so far has been second to none. And you're only at the ripe old age of
25.
Nowhere near your prime yet.
Nowhere near. I've still got a while.
So we wish you all the best, and we're very happy that you've come over and said hello to us. And
thank you very much.
All the youngsters at the club are really excited for you and keep a lookout for you.
My pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's always nice to come and see the boys again.
Yeah, you've already given us a tip for this game, and you suggest the draw might be the best outcome because you're sort of keeping your...
That way I keep both supporters happy.
Indeed. Sometimes you've got to go that way.
That's it.
You will excuse us if we beg to differ on that result, but nonetheless, Andrew Naboot, thank you very much for spending some time with us at half-time, and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
I hope your shoulder comes good really quickly.
Thank you very much.
Good on you, Andy.
Ta.
We'll be back again for the second half of the game.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, in the second half here at CB Smith Reserve between the Moreland Zebras and Brunswick City. We can confirm there's been one change made at the half-time break for the Moreland Zebras, coming off number 17, Adam Otto, being replaced by number 15, Ebu Kapar. So just the one change for the time being for the Zebras.
Bit of a restructure for Moreland Zebras. Tremaine Sadler's been pushed up on the left wing, and Ebu Kapar maintains his position at... regathers his position at left full back for Moreland. So a bit of work to do for Moreland Zebras. They try to square up this game first of all and then go on from there. And hoisted far post in front of the Keilor collision signpost. Well, Portillo gets a shot on it and puts it into over the yard arm and stays just inside the compound at least, which is good.
Yep, it's one of the many ball boys for the Zebras, or volunteers for the Zebras, goes around to retrieve that one. Genesi sets up for the goal kick.
Substitution at half time for Moreland Zebras, going off number 17, Adam Otto.
Genesi takes the kick now. Kapar tries to win it for the Zebras, can't. Still possession now. Long over top, finds Petrov's header through. Still pushed forward. Brunswick City still in possession, turned over now. Cartamoni with the ball, tries to win it back, can't. Zebras trying to win it back there in that midfield, but it's that battle that's been won over the last 20 minutes of this game, finishing off the second half. Brunswick really just took a hold of that midfield and made it very difficult for the Zebras to do anything with that.
Full of confidence, Brunswick, at the moment. Indeed, turnover by Kapar. Yusuf to Portillo. Portillo runs out wide to Ristic. Left chip to the far post, and Genese gathers. Will roll it out. No, steadies the ship. Rolls it out to Petrov on the right-hand side instead. Back to Genese. Rolls it out to Williams, who was caught out unceremoniously for that first gap. So Brunswick one up courtesy of a bit of a slip up at the back from Moreland Zebras from Williams. Petrov.
Looking for the run there, but can't find the ball, keep it in play, and it goes over the line now for another Brunswick City throw-in.
I know it's early doors, Dom, but time gets a bit anxious around this time. We want to get back on level peggings as soon as we can. There's Brunswick in no rush. Ristic, Stefan Ristic, the goal scorer on the left-hand side. Throws it up, nodded away by Petrov towards the centre. Mahazi gathers from Turner. Turner from Cardamone. Zebras turn it over. Portillo keen to get it out. Petrov has to win again, and he does so.
Similar foul he conceded in the first half, Joe. That's what the Brunswick City players are remonstrating about. He's gone up for the header. There was no sort of malice in it. It was just him competing for the ball, trying to header it down, but unfortunately got the Brunswick City player instead.
Yeah, big Jakub Mitchak suggesting there's an elbow in there, but I don't think Daniel Petrov is that type of player. We collided with his shoulder. I think there's a bit of a height difference there. Jakub remonstrating a bit. Water off a duck's back. We start again. Nodded away by Williams. Kapar gets scrambled. Mahazi plays it back. Williams steadies the ship, bit of timing, looks forward, has to get rid of it now. Doesn't really get the desired effect. Turner makes good out of something bad. They go inside. Well, the ball's been stopped here. I'm not quite sure what's happening. I think Badjo Yusuf's rolling around on the touchline.
He's off the ground, so I'm not sure why they're stopping the game. He's out of the field of play.
Must admit I didn't see anything there, but then again it is behind that 8% pole.
It is behind the white pole.
At CB Smith Stadium. On an ideal day for football, sun's gone behind the clouds. All to play for both teams. Moreland Zebras, you would think a little bit more under the pump as we speak. Dominic, need to get a result here.
They look like it in the moment, Joe. Yes. Throw comes in and cross goes in, but managed to get it over the line. Lines and calls in for a goal kick there for the Zebras.
Odd sort of ball. Went out, then came back in, and Genesi wasn't sure on what was going on.
think he saw the call from the linesman saying the ball was out, so didn't sort of challenge that one there. Janez now, goal kick for the Zebras.
As the custodian looking to go short. I'd get a move on here. The body language is all important in this game. That's better.
Hikes it down the ground. Katamati underneath. Wins the header down into the path of Sadler. Sadler with it now. Looking forward. Gets the ball across. Finds Saul Halpin now. Saul Halpin covering that spot for Alec Goodwin usually plays up there. No, ball goes out. Don't know how that was a City throw-in, but referee signalled otherwise, and it's out for a Brunswick City throw-in.
So far, failing to make an impression either way. Brunswick quite content to sit on the 1-0 lead. Moreland Zebras with a mountain of work to do.
Over the top now.
Yusuf to chase. Williams on his hammer. Play on, nothing doing there. Yusuf says, what about me? Nothing doing, says the referee. Mahazi finds Cardamone. Not as fluent the last 10 minutes or so, Moreland Zebras, but this time Kapar looks inside. A layoff. Sadler misses it. Cardamone makes it again. Inside. Mahazi picks it up. Sadler
couldn't get under control.
Sadler couldn't get his foot to it. As Brunswick looked at clear through Portillo now. Petrov nudges it away. Doesn't get it. Goes underneath. Brunswick throw. Moreland, a little bit of urgency needs to creep in, if it hasn't already done so. Get up, says referee. Jakob Michak does exactly that. McMonigal. Force backwards. Simioi into Petrov. Out to Williams. Ebu Kapar, hide and wide. They ignore him.
Williams still with it.
Now he does. Ebu. Sadler inside. Williams collects. Caught out of position again. Won't want to turn it over. And
does turn it over again.
Same scenario here. The run of play has happened. Andre stays in his box. Janese stays in his box. Not the greatest decision.
Definitely that's a goalkeeper's ball any day of the week, Joe. I'm not sure why he was camped on his line there.
Yep.
But Zebras get away with it. Ball comes out now. Cardamone links up with Sadler. Turner now. Was going to go middle. Go the opposite way. Comes back out wide to Cardamone. Cardamone with the ball now. Finds Sadler. Pushed up the ground now, Sadler. Turns back in. Looking for his options forward. Nothing doing. Just going around in circles there a little bit. Finds Kapar. Kapar back to Turner. Turner now makes a switch across to Petrov. Brilliantly done. Simioi with plenty of room on this side. He's got an option for him there. Ignores that one. Goes a long one over the top and ball wasted there. Not too sure why he didn't come and play out wide. Simioi making the run out here. Tried to go too direct and easy pickings there for Matai, the Brunswick City goalkeeper.
Yes, not lifting his head there, Petrov, to see what the options were. Decided to run. Worked his way underneath. It was Josh Mack. Portillo. Brunswick again. Portillo this time. Can't hold the ball in and it goes out. And a bit of shenanigans there by one Portillo. Is that South American grin? Says let's get up and let's play again. Rashid saying what's going on here, ref? Simioi. Finds Saul. Brunswick happy to pile it away. Zebra's putting on some pressure here.
Brilliant one over the top, looking for Sadler, finds him, brings it under control. Looking for the run, Cardamone ignores him, back to Mahazi. Mahazi brings it under control, looking forward. Now to Williams. Williams with possession for the Zebras, comes out wide to Petrov now.
This time can he find him on the right hand side? Doesn't look this way at all.
No, could have. Turner was in space again. Ignores him, goes to Williams, back across to Kapar. Kapar with the ball now. All the way back to Williams. Williams now. Goes through to Petrov. Petrov, he's got Turner out wide, still, yep, gets it to Turner. Probably took too long. And it's a yellow card there for the Zebras midfielder, Aaron Turner.
Well, that was. I mean, there was enough power on the header from Aaron Turner for the ball to go out. Gus Martin just letting him know that he created a foul here. So Brunswick, the winners are grinners at the moment while they're ahead. As Moreland Zebras look to make something out of this game. What can't be said for the style of play at the moment, but Moreland keen to impress.
So Martin now with the ball, free kick for Brunswick City. Looking forward. Long one over the top. Looking back post. Kapar gets
his head
underneath it.
to it.
Genese easy claims that one.
Easily. Yes. He's been okay, apart from copying that goal, Dom. Was a little bit exposed there by the... There we go, and unsure now. Andre, get your boot to it. Unsure. That's not the ball that we want, though. Josh makes it good. Man handled there was Turner.
Simuoi, tackle there. Referee calls a free kick, but not sure why a free yellow card wasn't given there.
Simuoi still on the deck. Gets up gingerly, holding that back of that ankle. Ebu Kapar finds the ball inside. Rashid Mahazi. Bit of a scramble ball. Josh Mack makes it right, gives it to Petrov. Little chip over. Gus Martin says, bread and butter football for me. That makes me look good, that type of ball. As Moreland Zebras look to force the issue here at CB Smith Reserve. A draw just will not cut the mustard, Dominic.
No, definitely won't, Joe. Zebras still all to play for here now. Petrov now with the ball for the Zebras. Switches across to Williams. Brunswick City just sitting deep, Joe. They're happy just to sit behind the ball now. Williams still with it.
Can't afford
over
to
the
get
top.
caught here.
Finds Petrov. Petrov takes on one. Links it across to Simuoi. Can't get through, though. That's a free kick given against the goal scorer there.
Well, Ristich about 10 seconds too late there on that challenge, Dominic. So correct call by the referee. Petrov stands over it. Gets going early again with Rashid Mahazi. Ball into the box. Doesn't really do it.
Bobbles around. Can't get under control. The Zebras in there, though. Williams comes through. Wins it for the Zebras.
Well, Brunswick on the slip here.
Genese needs to come out for this one.
And does so.
Brilliantly done.
Ebu Kapar was going to get caught for pace there, so right call by Andre Genese as the keeper comes out to clear off his lines. Thwarting that Brunswick forward thrust. Well, Mick Habby just jumps around, expecting free kicks, not given. McMonigal, can he win this aerial battle? Eyes for the ball, just misses out. Brunswick have done well. McMonigal again. Daniel Petrov tries to cut inside, making heavy weather of something that seemed quite simple. My liking is a little bit too easy an outlet here.
I think so, yeah.
Aaron Turner having to come very deep to collect the ball. Nicholas Simuoi playing on the right further forward. We just can't seem to get that forward thrust working properly. Saul Halpin this time, running heavily into the box, gets a crossover, and of course no one's there. This time Simuoi makes a play for it. Can he gather? He can. Stops it in play. Goes around to the defender.
Just delivery in.
The delivery
too
was
close to the keeper.
Moreland's got to do more of that. Got to get in round behind the Brunswick City defence. We have been playing the game in Brunswick City's half this second half. They'll be happy with that. They'll just keep nice and tight, Brunswick. He says, Gus, get rid of it.
Gus wins it back for Zebras.
Saul Halpin. Can he see? Cups inside. Wasted too long, taking his eyes off the ball. Portillo scrambles it out for a throw in for Moreland Zebras. Josh Mack.
Josh Mack takes the throw in into the path of Katamani, brings it down. Comes back in to Josh Mack again. Simuoi on the edge of the box. Links up with Mahazi. Brilliantly done. Mahazi back to Williams. Williams with it now. Out wide to Kapar. Kapar, the substitute in his second half. Into the middle again. Finds Turner. Brilliantly done. Turner now. Out wide. Sadler. Takes a touch. Gets across. Brilliant ball in, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. Easy pickings there for Matai once again.
They'd be loving that, Brunswick. Big Jacob making the strides. Portillo goes backwards to Riste. Quite happy to keep possession, Brunswick City. Matai has to play it now and plays it out.
Well out for a throw in there for the
Moreland players stand below there. I think it's the skipper.
He's the skipper who's down at the moment for Brunswick City.
George McKelly. Kelly getting some treatment on the park. Not quite sure. I didn't see that.
Just as we have this stoppage in play, we'll go through some scores around the ground. So 58 minutes played. It's Eastern Line 0, Dandenong City 2. 60 minutes played. Moreland City 4, Langwarrin 2. Langwarrin with 2 red cards in that game. 60 minutes played. It's Murray United 2, Nunawading 1. And 49 minutes played. Box Hill 0, Goulburn Valley 0.
And just under a half an hour to go here, and Moreland Zebras with the work to do as they trail Brunswick City 1-0. Once again, Dominic, possession counts for nothing unless the goal's on the board.
Zebras had their chances in the first half as well to
yep, couple of goals up.
Get a goal, a few goals up, but unable to capitalise on those chances.
And made to pay for a mistake.
Definitely. So it's Nick Simioy, Zebras player to take the throw in.
Into the box.
Brilliantly done. McMonaghy House brings it down. Tries to turn. Shot taken, but just wide of the goalkeeper there. Goes out for another goal kick for Brunswick City. Matai with the kick now. Long one taken. Petrov gets underneath it. Gets ahead this time. Brilliantly done. Brought back down the ground now by Brunswick City. They get the spoil. Second ball down.
Ristich. Goes left, goes right. Lovely ball across. Genese smothers.
Easy pickings there for him as well. Brilliantly done by Genese.
Still capable of that good burst, Dominic, Brunswick, going forward. Can't be taken lightly. And the last thing we want to do is concede another one.
Turner with it. Still in possession for the Zebras. Makes his way out of the back line there now. Telling his teammates to move on, move forward. Katamoti does so, moves forward there. Williams with the ball now. Finds Katamoti, switches back out wide to Kapar. Kapar with the ball now, looking for his options there. Back into the middle of Turner. Turner with the ball, out wide to Petrov. Petrov with it now. Takes a couple of touches, waits for a Brunswick City player to come forward, which he does. Takes one. Back out to Williams.
Taking a chance cutting inside like that, Petrov all the time.
Williams now finds Sadler with a great ball out wide. Sadler with it, one to beat. Tries to turn him once, tries to turn again. No, doesn't. Wins it. Kapar now with it. Comes back into the middle. Katamoti turns, first time touch. Back out to McMonaghy House, who tries to get underneath it. McMonaghy House does, but ball spills out and easily taken there by Matai, the Brunswick City goalkeeper.
The man with his back to the goal can hardly be David Cardamone on his right-hand side when he's all left-sided player. Well, here's a scramble, and Badjo's got the best of this one. Behind the play, Jacob falls down. They turn it over again, but Brunswick still collect. Gus Martin sprays it out to Portillo. He hangs onto it, back to Gus Martin, who goes forward, thrust. Risteski holding the ball.
Shot taken there by Brunswick City, not threatening the goals there.
Was it the goal scorer that had that shot?
No, number 10.
One, Portillo.
So Genese with the goal kick now to be taken by the Zebras. Run by Mahazi, ignored.
Still making uses of himself, Ristich. That confidence by scoring that goal suggests that he thinks he's up for another one. Genese not confident, not showing the right body language for me as Moreland Zebras await the kick out. This time he pushes him forward and decides to go. Long he does. Into the centre of the square. Gus Martin says, easy pickings for me. I force it forward.
One down.
Brunswick here on the... Well, they've had to Ristich again. Making uses of himself. Finds Portillo on the left-hand side. Back to Ristich. Play the 1-2 ball over the top. And Portillo on his non-favoured left foot, but comes inside again. And they wrap it up in the corner. The ball goes out. And...
Zebras throwing, I think.
Some tired legs there by the looks of it.
Definitely looks like it.
Simioy goes short. We have to scramble, and it's not really what we're after.
Ball goes out for a Brunswick City throw-in halfway line in front of the grandstand side of the ground here. The visitors. Stitch with the throw. Looking down the line, finds Mahazi there. Williams, long one over the top. Held there by Gus Martin. That's a run and a goal there. It has to be.
That's a red card.
It has to be a red card there. It can't be anything other. He was running on goal. I think his yellow is going to be shown. It's a yellow. It's a
last man on goal.
It was a last man call there. I don't understand how he was.
Zebras supporters unhappy with that call. Clearly one-on-one. The guy's got in front of him, Saul Halpin, and a big handful of shirt by the big number 6, Gus Martin.
Tell you what, Gus Martin should go buy a Tatslotta ticket because he's not going to get any luckier than that today. Definitely last man running onto goal there, and Zebras fans and players beside themselves at the moment. Not sure how that card was not given.
Have to shake it off. Let's go with the real estate. I only counted
9 then.
Yeah, I counted eight or nine steps there.
But distance looks about right.
It does it that. Must prove a point here, Moreland Zebras. Nice ball in.
And it's headed, and it's in! It's a goal scorer. Tremaine Sadler for the Zebras gets the equaliser. Brilliantly done there. Free kick from Aaron Turner. And it's headed, goal and it's in! Number 4. It's a goal scorer. Tremaine Sadler for the Moreland Zebras. And it's all square here at CB Smith Reserve. Zebras 1, Brunswick City 1.
Nice ball in.
And it's headed, and it's in! It's a goal score. Brilliantly done there, and you can see straight after that goal was scored, Captain Rashid Mahazi straight into the face of Angus Martin there for Brunswick City, getting into his head, Joe. Just letting him know that it was his free kick there that cost them the goal. Brilliantly done by the Zebras, and great finish there by Tremaine Sadler.
Just reminding you, a bit of a ricochet. It was a lovely ball, and Moreland still with the work to do.
Cut down, nearly one down there by McMonagall Ehas. Gus Martin still with it.
Well, cleverly gets himself out of that pickle, does Gus Martin.
Only just, those Zebras hunting in packs now, Joe. Brilliantly done.
That's the confidence of scoring the goal. Matei has to go long now because of it. Finds Badjo Youssef. Knocks it to us.
Can't do much with it, though. Only as far as the Zebras. Turner goes for the header, but goes over his head. Mahazi wins it down for the Zebras now. Pushing their turnover. Zebras with possession now. Goes out wide. Finds McMonagall Ehas. Brilliant ball there by Simioy. McMonagall Ehas first time cross. Under the header of Gus throw in.
Bit of impetus now by Moreland Zebras.
Throw in taken, but Simioy apparently taken too many steps forward. Throw in taken from the exactly same spot that he got called back from, so I'm not sure they're the thinking from the referee. But here comes Halpin, tries to lay it off, can't find his teammate though, and it's a free kick against McMonagall Ehas. Late tackle there on the captain for Brunswick City, and they'll take the resulting free kick in the box there. Matai, the goalkeeper, to come up and take the kick.
The fact remains, Dominic, can Moreland Zebras come home with a wet sail and maintain their challenge?
Well, they did it last week, Joe, and they had a lot less time than they've got now to do it, so anything is possible, and we know from the Zebras team that they do have the cattle to be able to do that. Pressure down now, Katamani puts the pressure on Martin. Ball gets cleared now. Matai with the long click over the top. As far as Simo tries to get underneath it. Ball gets flicked over the top from Ristich, and it's Janeza who brings it down for the Zebras in his own box.
Got to put pressure on him. Keep going direct.
Long one over top. Looking for the runner. Simo comes off the City player, and it's out for a Zebras throw-in. Throw-in taken into the path of McMonagall Ehas. Tries to find him. There's another elbow once again there from Martin.
Josh Mack's been collected here by definite raised elbow. Got to put pressure on him. Keep going direct.
Long one over top. Looking for the runner. Simio comes off the City player, and it's out for a Zebras throw-in. Throw-in taken into the path of McMonagall Ehas. Tries to find him. There's another elbow once again there from
Josh,
Mards. We're in the yellow.
Max,
Referee hasn't sanctioned him yet, and I don't think he's going to sanction him about it.
But that was a clear elbow raise, so I'm not quite sure what needs to happen there. Both officials within 10 metres of the incident. Oh, he's got to go off now after receiving treatment.
From Australian there, Josh Mack.
Just letting the linesman know that, mate...
The referee's calling for a drop ball now. I thought this ball went out of play for a throw-in. I'm not sure why he's giving him the drop ball.
No,
he doesn't even give the ball back, so...
Well, they go long. Williams knocks it away. McKelly nods it down to Ristich, the goal scorer. On the run, looks for Portillo out wide, goes onto his right foot, lays it back.
Shot taken, but dealt with by the Zebras. Halpin brings the header back down now into the path of Turner. No, Simua brings it down. Looking for his runs forward. Still kept to Simua though. Tackle from behind and free kick's been given.
Ristich has just taken the ball away there. Body language on Brunswick City suggests to me that they want to hang on.
The goal's just absolutely switched the body language, hasn't it, Joe? It's turned. Brunswick City were the ones with all the momentum, and then that goal has seen a shift in the confidence from both teams, and Zebra's now looking they're more likely to come away with something from this game.
It's an easy read for human nature, just adapting to what's required.
Williams now under pressure, but switches across to Petrov. Brilliantly done. Plenty of space in the middle of the park here now. Looking for his options forward. Long one over the top, looking for the runner Halpin. He finds him, but he's being signalled offside. The linesman puts a flag up, and it's gone offside.
I've got to say,
sure with the late call there.
I've got to say, we're in clear view here. The ball's being kicked. Brunswick making a substitution, 17 off for 35 on.
So Ristich off. Gonzalez being the player replacing him.
Substitution for Brunswick City, going off number 17, Stephen Ristich, coming on number 35, Nicholas Gonzalez. Not a bad move there by the Brunswick coach. Gonzalez fairly nippy and creative. Going to be deployed on the right-hand wing against... Oh, no, he's not. I'm not sure where he's deployed at the moment.
Petrov there with the pass through, but can't get the Zebras playing. It trickles over the line for another throw-in.
So he's deployed on the left-hand side is Gonzalez against Nick Simui. Both Melbourne City byproduct from Moreland Zebras, both Simui and Gonzalez. Josh Mack.
Petrov clears that one.
Showing intent.
Hits the roof there.
Bringing Gonzalez into the pace of the game really early. Portillo.
I think they've made the switch. Portillo's now shifted into the middle of the park, Joe, and Gonzalez has taken his position out wide.
Badjo Youssef.
Brilliantly cleared there, and it was, I think, Josh Mack that got in there, was it? No, Petrov who got in there. And
ball stays inside the compound at least.
Oh, no, it didn't. Came off a Brunswick City player, so it's a Zebras goal kick. 74 minutes played here at CB Smith. It's Moreland Zebras 1, Brunswick City 1. There's still plenty to play for the Zebras. Looking most likely to get a result from this game, as we said. The goal has totally changed.
Brunswick City shifted it up a bit. They've gone more traditional. Portillo into his customary number 10 role. And Gonzalez out to the left and Badjo Youssef on the right. So a bit of speed to contend with. Big Jakob still staying in the point position. Well, gets a nod on this time to Gonzalez. Simui shadows.
Brilliantly done there by Simui. Wins the ball back and came up a Brunswick City player as well. So well done there by Nicholas Simui for the Zebras. Throw comes in. Gives it to Petrov. Petrov a bit of time. Clears it. Goes long down the line. Looking for the runner Halpin. Gets underneath this one here. Tries to turn, but he's been held on to. And the referee's found a free kick there. Brilliantly done. Martin needs to be careful there. He's already in the yellow, so doesn't want to give away any other silly free kicks because he's one yellow away from putting his team down to 10 men. Mahazi goes to take the short free kick. Yep, gives it to Petrov. Petrov switches across to Williams. Williams with the ball now. Still in possession with the Williams. Comes out wide back to Petrov. Petrov tries to bring it down. Back to Mahazi. Mahazi back to Petrov. Petrov back in turn out wide to Williams.
There's a runner from Ebu Kapar. Ooh, doesn't find him though.
Gets cut off.
Portillo picks up the slack. Brunswick want to hang on.
2 or 3 Zebras players there closing and not giving him the option. The ball goes out for another throw in for Brunswick City. Halfway line, airport side of the ground. Hope you're enjoying the pitches and the game today. Brought to you by Essendon Jeep and the Mirabella Group.
Well, David Cardamone can't stand up. This time makes it for Josh Mack.
Brilliantly
now
done.
A bit of space. Can he be a bit more direct this time? He cuts it back. Or Aaron Turner does. Tries to shape up.
And no, it's well wide.
Never on his preferred side from Aaron Turner. As Josh Mack has taken it too far wide with his first touch, has had to come back in. Well, 2 balls onto the pitch here now.
Matai tries to clear it now, but comes off his boot. Screams out wide.
Sadler gets his head to it. The ball's still in play. Now it does.
Goes out for a throw-in.
Brunswick quite content still to do their job.
One down by Kapar, brilliantly done. Still in there, Kapar. Well done there from him. Still scrambling for it. Goes out for a Zebras throw-in. Another one there now. Throw comes back. Finds his captain in Mahazi. Mahazi then switches out wide into the middle to Petrov. Petrov with the ball. Takes a couple of touches. Now out wide to Simioy. Simioy, first touch to McMonagall Huss. Tries to find the run of... brilliantly done there by...
Oh, and they turn
Josh
it over
Mack.
in the wrong
Turned
spot.
again.
Josh Mack's on the floor, this time on the burst with Gonzalez. Petrov out after it. Gets there first and puts
Brilliantly
over the
done
danger.
by Petrov. There's a player down. Josh Mack's still down there.
Josh Mack looks a bit spent here.
Just when here we're making there, Brunswick City look like they're going to be making a substitution as Josh Mack goes down and will receive some treatment.
Both sides urging themselves on during a little stoppage.
As they go to make that substitution, so Portillo will be making way here now. Brunswick City.
Substitution for Brunswick City going off number 10 and 1 Portillo. Coming on number 8 Ali Turgut.
There's the announcement there for the substitution, confirmation of that. Portillo's day's done for him and his Brunswick City team as Josh Mack now comes off the ground after receiving treatment. Looks okay now, just waiting for the signal from the referee to get back on the ground. So here we go. Throw-in still here to be taken by Brunswick City, deep in their attacking half. As Josh Mack just takes a little bit of treatment there for a bloodied nose.
It looks like there's 2 connections this time, twice in a row for poor old Josh Mack. Ball's thrown in. Ristich turns it over. Josh Mack looking to come back on. Referee says not yet. As Saul Halpin decides to make a push for it, doesn't. Brunswick happy to collect the ball. Played back to Matei.
And as far as
bad clearance,
bounce there through.
Lucky gets away.
Very
Gonzalez
lucky
now
there
onto
on that
it.
occasion.
Plays Jakob. He plays it out wide to Ristich again. Ristich with that lovely left foot goes inside, but Williams it was that knocks it away. Brunswick still in possession here. Moreland looking to crowd him. Out to Ristich on the left-hand side again, and the goal scorer cuts inside. And cuts inside. This time turns it over. No, spills out to one of them, and they keep playing. Big Jacob lays it back for the skipper, McCallie. He looks forward. Ali Turgut has the ball at his feet now. Just come in, chips it over. Moreland knock it away.
Cardamone come out with it now. Long one over the top. Look for the runner Halpin, but just outnumbered up there. He's got too many numbers to deal with, and Brunswick City able to just clear that one there. Martin with it now.
All of a sudden, Brunswick look like they've stepped up a level with those 2 substitutions. Looking to get something further out of the game. And Moreland wanting to make sure that they keep on their run.
Brilliantly done. Now with it, Sadler, the goal scorer, brilliantly done, skips past one. Brilliant ball through. Josh McMonagall has, and it's just wide saved by Matai. He could have probably taken it around him, decided to go for the shot, but the goalkeeper up to it and gets a touch on it, and it goes out of play for a corner. Another great chance there for the Zebras, Joe. Should have capitalised on that one.
And that was
brilliant
probably
ball
the
through.
brace for
Josh
Max
McMonagle has, and it's just wide saved by
Probably
Matai. He could have probably taken it around him, decided to go for the
Moreland
shot.
on the burst with Sadler doing some tremendous work on the
Brilliant
left-hand
stuff from
side.
Sadler today.
Been one of Moreland's best, cutting swathes through the Brunswick City defence. As Aaron Turner stands up with a double hand.
Dedicated corner taker for the Zebras, set
Could
piece
go
taker.
far post. Can we make the difference?
Ball gets delivered in, but poor corner, poor corner.
Bit of a wasted opportunity
Not
there.
sure what he was
Turner.
aiming for there. Should have done better and should have at least put some something in there for the Zebras to attack and put pressure on the Brunswick City team there. Just ticked on to the over the 80th minute mark, so there's about 9 minutes left plus any stoppage time. As the Zebras make a substitution. So it's going to be Halpin coming off, I think. Yes, it's all Halpin being replaced by number 2.
Substitution for Moreland Zebras, coming off number 12, Saul Halpin, coming on number 2, Salvatore Ocado.
So Ocado makes way for Halpin, moves him up forward. So City take the throw in, come back through the middle now.
Good opportunity for the youngster to get a bit of reward for some very good seasons so far in the under-20s.
Easily done there, so free kick given away there by Williams.
Big switches on.
Quick one taken.
Simioid nods it away.
Pass for a handball, nothing doing. Turner with it now. Breaks. Comes out wide to Josh McMonagle. Takes a touch, looking forward. Brilliant. Plays Ocado, the substitute for the Zebras. Still with it, Ocado. Still can't get it past though. Simioid comes in there. Brilliant take. Wins it back for the Zebras. Back to Ocado. Tees up with McMonagle. Now to the path of Simioid.
Oh.
Free kick there. Definitely has to be a yellow card. How could he not have given a yellow card there for that one? Not sure what the referee's looking at there. He did not go for that ball at all.
No yellow card, Dominic. I just can't understand.
Pass,
I just can't understand the no yellow card scenario there.
Simioid comes in there. Brilliant take.
Check.
Wins it back for the Zebras. Back
Lining
to Ocado
within
and play
5
tees up with McMonagle. Now to the path of
Simioid.
Free kick there. Definitely has to be a yellow card. How could he pass though?
Responsibility to referees occurs. And something like that occurs, they can't be up for any sort of criticism whatsoever.
Exactly right, Joe.
That's a body check.
It definitely was. I expected a yellow card.
Not an unfamiliar sight in the game of rugby, Dominic.
No, definitely not, Joe. Agree 100%. As Turner gets behind this one here again. Zebra's definitely looking, pushing now. A goal at this stage will surely be the 3 points for the Zebras if they can consolidate on this free kick.
Still got to occur, but you're correct.
So Turner. Zebras pushing players up forward. Got everyone up in the box except 2. Turner with it now. Free kick taken, goes along the ground. Only as far as Williams and shoots, but it's just over the bar there from... Was it Williams or Ricardo that took the shot there, Joe? Not Williams, sorry.
Williams just laid back on it, but that was a gilt-edged chance there. Sailed through a few legs. Gilt-edged chance.
As the third and final substitution coming up for Brunswick City, coming off number 11, being replaced by number 2. So the substitution there for that one. Joe will just confirm the substitution for us. So number 11 came off for them, being replaced by number 22.
Substitution for Brunswick City, coming off number 11, Budjo Youssef. Coming on number 22, Kenta Murakami.
Substitution there made, third and final one for the Brunswick City team. As the cross comes into the box now, ball gets scrambled through, still not cleared by the Zebras, and it's there. Simioid gets in behind it, and Turner behind it as well. Managed to clear that one there. And there's a player down for the Zebras. It's Simioid.
Copped a bit of a battering on around those Achilles today. That one's no different, and they sting. So about 5 minutes plus time, Dominic, for Moreland to do the job. Either side would think that a score now is the game.
Would be enough, definitely, Joe.
Simioid is still limping.
Throw-in gets taken quickly there by Brunswick City.
They're quite happy to buy some time. They want to get it over, put some pressure on. They do this time. Out to the full-back, he swings it in. Gus Martin doesn't get his head to it. Zebras do, and it's a corner. Can we, either side, make an impression? It's at the wrong end of the ground here for us at the moment, as Turgott finds himself all the way out there, taking the corner. Going to be an outswinger with the right foot. Genese marshalling his troops. It goes to the 6-yard box, goes to the far post. Gonzalez. Simioi bats it away. It comes straight back in there. Williams mishits it. Arcado, Kenny doesn't get
his
it.
feet. They managed to keep it in. Did well to keep it in, but just lost his footing there on the way back down. Pressure coming in now. Genese clears. Turner tries to get the fling on. Can't do. City with the ball in the middle now. Arcado goes in for the tackle. Tries to win it back for the Zebras. Can't do so.
Bit of a dogfight in midfield for the last 5 minutes, Dominic, as both sides tried to assert some authority. Matei comes all the way out. Fairly loose ball to the side. Works in Moreland's favour as it skips down the line.
Williams just casually going across there. Gives it to Genese. Pressure coming in from City. Clearance from Genese. Only as far as Ibukapa. Returns.
Behind
Turns
the post.
into trouble and it goes out for a throw-in. So
behind the post we go. Not
good
quite
result
sure
there
what's
from the
happening
Zebras though, but you'd rather clear it and go out safely.
A foul throw by Brunswick. Play on, says the referee. Bit of a scramble here. Brunswick come out with the ball.
And Genese gets a
Genese
save there.
Has to turn it over the bar, whether it was going in or not.
Not long to go. 87 minutes played. Scores are locked 1-1 here between the Moreland Zebras and Brunswick City. Another corner now for the visitors. Ball comes in. Headed there, not won by the Zebras though.
Gonzalez looking to hold on to it. Sprays it back.
Still with it, City. Flick one over the top. Comes out wide now. Crossland comes in. Gets delivered in. And it's a corner there. Brunswick City fans and players remonstrating with the referee. Asking why there wasn't a free kick there. But referee says play on.
Big Jakob was always looking to go down on that one. Didn't look like the body language there was all right. Brunswick looking dangerous on the right-hand side as well, with Peter Saywan making uses himself. Decides to go short, no, going backwards again now towards the middle, but Brunswick collecting everything. Moreland unable to clear it. This time the corner comes in. Genese knocks it out.
It goes out for a goal kick for the Zebras. Not sure Genese there.
He's got under it, Andre. Moreland will rue some missed opportunities today if the scoreline stays 1-1. Genese.
Header couldn't be won there by Sadler.
Tim's get his head to the ball. Sadler.
Plays into the path to Katamoni. Brilliantly done.
Salvatore. Arcado's got to peel right here. Got to peel right where Turner is. Or we decide to go the wrong way.
Then goes the option for Turner, but can't clear it. Turner getting on the end of it. Simioi there as well. We'll see this one here trickle over the line and take the quick throw in now. Takes a throw, finds Petrov. Petrov with it. Goes over the top. Look for the Arcado. Got a shoulder in the back there. Nothing doing by the referee. Calls play on. Williams now switches out wide. Finds Cardamone, who's running. Keep it in. He will.
Some pressure on by Moreland Zebras.
And it's cleared out for a Zebras ball. Throw-in or corner? It's gone out for a throw-in.
Throw-in according to the linesman's indication. Getting close to full time.
90 minutes played there. The fourth official.
It's going to raise 4
will
minutes
signal
by
for
the
4
looks of it.
minutes, yes.
Well, Matei comes out and collects handsomely off the top of Sadler's head. Quick release. Jacob doesn't get there. Zebras don't take any chances. They keep the ball in. Oh, no, they don't. It goes out.
Ball goes out. 4 minutes signal there by the fourth official.
Both teams know there's something to win here. Probably more so for Moreland Zebras to keep their title aspirations on track. Brunswick City will edge closer if they don't. Nodded back by Ebu Kapar goes nowhere. Oh, nice ball in. Petrov has to work hard to knot it out. Kente
wins a corner.
And does win a corner.
Brilliantly done.
The Japanese player there wins a corner for the team. Kenta Murakami.
Ball comes in and out.
Floated in.
Ball gets cleared. Zebras, all players in the 18-yard box defending there. Not wanting to concede the lead. As Zakata comes out. Long one over the top. Genese managed to keep it in. Picks the ball up now. Genese looking for the options forward. Goes long. Over the top. But only City players there. Ball just get kicked up in the air. It's a high up and under ball. One by McMonagly Huss. One by Mahazi. Turner. Comes out wide. Oh, could have switched it to Sadler. He wasn't sure where he was, but it's a free kick given. Late tackle there. Brilliantly done by the referee.
Sadler's just not run the right way there.
No, ruined that opportunity there. Could have broken in, and unfortunately there for the Zebras, couldn't get on the score sheet. But free kick has been brought back for the late tackle on Turner. So
one would think these opportunities are going to be rare as we run into the clock, run the clock down here. Simeoi shaking up.
So it was from a set piece last week, Joe, that the Zebras won the game in the last minute flick on from a corner or a free kick last week, I think it was.
Kind of hoping that history can repeat itself, but...
different end this week, but tape it to mirror image from last week, Joe. It would be fantastic for the Zebras. As Simeoi and Turner are around this ball now. Turner gets himself into position.
Turner's just bystanding by the looks of it. Simeoi looks to shape up. Now they go.
Simeoi kick taken, flick on, and it's in! It's come off Petrov's head this time round! Daniel Petrov with the goal for the Zebras! Unbelievable scenes here at CB Smith Reserve. As we mentioned, there was a mirror image of last week's one, Joe, where the Zebras had the free kick in a dangerous position there, and they've managed to put that one near home.
It's a great ball by Simon Simeoi there. By correction, Nicky Simeoi.
Nicky Simeoi.
The accolades, but it was young Nicholas. We're at the 94-minute mark.
Yeah, not too much time left to go, Joe. 90+3 was signalled on the thing here. Referee looks at his watch. Can't be too much left to go. Long one over the top. Kapar gets underneath it, and it goes out for a throw in for Brunswick City, deep in their defensive half, in their attacking half. Throw in taken. Katamati wins it back for the Zebras. Brilliantly done. Long one over the top now. Looking for the run through. Header comes out, but Petrov, the goal scorer, gets it out. And as far as the Japanese international, or the import here, Williams clears it.
Moreland looking to continue on their run. Now the anxious moments for totally different reasons, Dominic.
It is now, Joe.
Ball comes wide. Gonzalez, but Simeoi gets his head to it. We're looking at referee, I thought was blowing the whistle, but he's...
Looked like he was, but
Ristich with the throw-in into the box. Nodded away by Mahazi. Free kick to Moreland Zebras.
And they'll definitely drop the time down here now, Joe.
It's all over bar the shouting from so far as we're concerned up here, Dominic. Quite anxious moments now for the opposite reasons they were about 5 minutes ago. So Moreland Zebras looking to continue their streak and a little bit of push on the league leader Altona Magic with the result. Brunswick will be probably count themselves lucky not to be a couple down early on in the afternoon, but that's how football goes. All eyes on the referee.
Petrov
Petrov
clears it up in the air.
It's
and there's
done.
a final whistle. Zebras win.
Job done.
It's another 3 points for the Moreland Zebras. An important 3 points. Joe, thank you for your commentary today in the box as we go to...
My pleasure, Dominic.
Down to the ground, you can see the players celebrating their fantastic 3 points there for the Moreland Zebras. They win this one 2-1. just as the MASH officials make their way off the ground. It's the Moreland Zebras 2, Brunswick City 1. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into Zebras TV. We'll see you again next week. Thank you for your time, and goodbye.